Hafide, good evening, everyone. Welcome to KUAM News Weekend Edition. Guahusi Isaiah again, and thank you for joining us. Within the war on drugs, recently documents regarding cases involving search warrants over the course of 3 years were unsealed in the District Court of Guam. These executed search warrants led to the seizure of over 50 pounds of methamphetamine on the island. But is it making a dent? KUAM's Jonah Gancharfris finds out.
During a span of 2 weeks in May, several documents were unsealed in the District Court of Guam involving search warrants. The search warrants, which were executed between 2019 and 2021, uncovered over 50 pounds of methamphetamine. According to DEA resident agent in charge Kenneth Bowman, who was previously on Guam from 2006 to 2010, he said meth at the time was about $700 to $800 per gram. Now it's dropped to about $150 to $250 per gram, which tells you what? There's a lot more available on the island, and the demand is that much higher. So the question is, are we combating in the fight against drugs? Bowman says that his office, along with the Guam Police Department, Guam Customs and Quarantine, and the Port Authority of Guam are doing the best they can.
Are we making a dent? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Again, I think it depends on which organization you're hitting. Because if it hits this one group, wherever they may be, it doesn't matter what village it is, and they're a smaller group than the larger group, it hits them hard. Because we just took whatever poundage we got from them, be it a postal seizure or a DEA seizure, it doesn't matter. We all work together. So, yes, that slaps them upside the head. They're like, oh, crap, we just lost a ton of money. The bigger groups, they couldn't care less.
And what perplexes Bowman is the amount of money that is on this island.
I'm still amazed at the amount of money that goes into the drug trade here. It stuns me. I didn't think we had that kind of cash flow here, but we do.
But he also said that the community has gotten involved, providing them with some really good tips.
People are tired of it. I think generally the public as a whole has been so inundated with this problem for how many years now? I mean, like I said, I got here in '06 and it was already a problem. That's 16 years ago and it's still going on.
When looking at the economic situation and people's choices, some people just don't see any other option. According to Bowman, it's these same people who are lazy and don't want to get another.
The amount of effort and time and cleverness the criminals put into their organizations, if they did that in a legitimate business, they'd be millionaires. It would be. It's amazing the amount of work they put into getting around the law and breaking the rules.
Bowman says they will eventually be caught.
It's just a question of time. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but we will get you, or somebody will. As an outsider, granted, I'm the white guy, I get it. But luckily I have that trust because I've been here before and I'm back. And I'm retiring here, so to me it's a big deal. I want to fix this problem before I go out. They know we're after them, and we're going to try. We're not giving up. The fight will never be given up.
And when it comes to this ongoing battle, Bowman says if you see something, say something.
And we need to fight back and say we've had enough of this. It's just stop already, enough. Because it's unbelievable the stuff you see. Everyone is affected by it in one way, shape, or form because we are so small.
Reporting for KUAM News, I'm Jonah Gancharfris.
The Guam Crime Stoppers is reaching out to the community for assistance in nabbing the person or persons responsible for the burglary that occurred. It's our Crime of the Week.
Hafide, I'm Sergeant Paul Tapal, your Guam Crime Stoppers coordinator, and this is your Crime of the Week. The Guam Crime Stoppers is seeking the assistance from the community relative to a burglary complaint that occurred at the Landscape Management and Greenways compound located in PD. Now, the preliminary police report suggests that on Saturday, May 14, LMS employees arrived for work and noted that the compound's exterior surveillance camera were damaged. A check was made where it was noted that at around 12:20 a.m., CCTV footage depicted two unknown men had unlawfully entered the compound. They also showed the men damaging the exterior cameras. An assessment was done where management noted that a Group 31 battery was stolen from the forklift that is used within the compound. Now, the Guam Crime Stoppers is seeking assistance from the community relative to this case investigation. If anyone who may have any information that can aid our investigators, you're kindly asked to submit a tip online at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All tip information will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
Although Guam gained over 30 new licensed foster homes, Child Protective Services reports there is still a dire need of more families as the number of children entering the system has nearly doubled since the beginning of 2021. Here's a story. Since January of 2021, at least 31 people or couples have decided to open up their homes to the island's foster children to temporarily comfort and look out for them, whether it be emergency, short, or long-term placement. That's according to Guam Department of Youth Affairs Director Melanie Brennan.
So we have seen an increase, and that's largely due to the mayor's council's help, Harvest House, and other ministries in the Archdiocese really going out and helping us recruit foster families. So we have seen an increase, which is great news. But we also have seen, our numbers of foster children doubling. So again, that's the balance.
Guam DYA currently oversees CPS after Governor Lou Leon Guerrero declared a state of emergency on its operations in late January 2021. Brennan gave a status update on the amount of foster parents and children there are.
So currently there are 564 children in the foster care system, and there are only 72 active. There are a total of 72 licensed foster homes, but only 56 are active, meaning only 56 homes are taking in children at this time. So inactive means that there aren't currently kids in that home for whatever reason. Sometimes a foster home, a foster family, goes off island and they can't take children. Sometimes there is someone in the foster home or foster family that becomes ill and can no longer take in kids.
In January of last year, there were only 363 foster children and 41 licensed foster homes. CPS has accepted over 213 children since then. According to Brennan, the highest amount of foster kids this year alone was 576, most of whom are placed with family.
There are more children actually in fictive kin or relative placement at this time than there are children in licensed foster homes. Then of course you have sanctuary, and then you have the shelters, and you have DYA.
To become a foster parent and for more information, contact CPS at 671-475-2653. During their budget hearing on Thursday, the Department of Parks and Recreation gave updates to lawmakers regarding the Dededo Pool. DPR Recreation Administrator William Sinnott elaborated to senators what will be installed to the pool and what needs to be fixed by their contractor, JJ Global Services.
Good morning, Senator San Agustin, Senator Shelton, Speaker Therese Delahi, and Senator Taidagui. Okay. Good morning. I am Rocky Alcantara, the Director of Parks and Rec.
As of last week, they got the lights inside the pool to work. They got an electrician. Something that they still need to order off island. That's outstanding is the facility lights on the top. There's 19 of those that need to be ordered. But as far as everything else, the silica sand is ready to be installed. The main pump they ordered, ready to be installed. The two smaller ones currently work. The only thing that might be a delay is their pool technician recently is not working there anymore.
Senate also said that once the pool opens, more lifeguards will need to be hired, as DPR only has 6 lifeguards currently working for them.
Once the Dededo pool opens, we're going to need more lifeguards depending on how many hours you want to operate.
DPR hopes to open the Dededo pool by July 29th. In regional news, the Northern Marianas Humanity Council continues to navigate the human experience with its new elected officers and board members. KUAM Samas Manglotnia sits down with some of the leadership. Here's more.
Their mission hasn't changed for the past 3 decades.
Our mission today is to navigate and examine the human experiences of our indigenous and diverse cultures or peoples in the Commonwealth. And we do that to enhance their lives through publication, research, dialogue, and programs.
And at the helm of the board is a new chair and longtime educator, Dr. Bobby Cruz, who shares his vision for the PROA.
We want to capture those voices. We want to capture those stories, especially those groups who are, who have been historically marginalized. We want to gain a higher level of intellectual awareness and fluency with the people who we share spaces with.
He describes himself as a proud gay son of the Marianas.
I want people to be able to have access to spaces that they historically haven't had access to, and a part of making that vision come to fruition is to share stories.
Those stories continue to expand as humanities programs connect people from all walks of life.
We're seeing a lot of interest from young people wanting to hear from our elders, wanting to learn about their wisdom, their experiences, and absorbing that and interpreting that in terms of how that brings meaning to their lives. And so we actively do things, and I think the different technological tools that we have at our disposal today is just launching us into an even greater connection between various ages and groups in our community.
Tomas Manglona for KUAM News.
Coming up, the newest inductee to the Culture Club, and still to come, Gabe Delgado with your roundup of local sports. You're watching KUAM News.
Subscribe to our KUAM News Digest, our weekly email newsletter with all kinds of information straight to your inbox. Just subscribe and we'll make sure to keep you informed and entertained with news from the KUAM News team, what to watch on NBC and CBS, and the latest promotions from KUAM Communications. Go to KUAM.com, click on the newsletter tab at the top of the homepage, register, and you're all set. Brought to you by Uno Go, Guam on Demand. Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Welcome back. For this week's Culture Club, we introduce you to musician Eric Borja.
Culture Club is brought to you by Tropicool Ice.
Buenos Anafide, my name is Eric Borja. I am a local recording artist here on the island of Guam, and I live in the village of Derido, and I enjoy playing music and entertaining people. I've always, growing up going to the ranch with my dad, we're riding in our Jeep, going to our ranch and listening to 610 AM, the radio station back then. With Big Boss and Jesus Chamorro, and listening to all the Chamorro music going into the ranch. And one of my most favorite reason why I wanted to get into Chamorro music too was JD Crutch. JD Crutch, and later on Casey De Leon Guerrero, and then other icons like Candy Taman, Alejandro, Colonel Alejandro, and just a whole bunch of other artists like Ben Lam Lam, and just listening to a lot of them had a lot of rock and roll vibe to it, And I used to listen to a lot of tapes of JD Crutch, and my mom and dad had a lot of cassette tapes. Always wondered, wanted to learn how to speak the language too, and what better way to do it and learn is through music. I can speak the language. I'm not perfect at it, but I practice on a daily basis, and it is a goal, you know, is to help teach the language in a way where, like, if another person was to listen to any of my songs, you know, it would have an English portion of it and then a Chamorro portion, like I did with Sinhagu and Mamis Neni, you know. Those were songs written in English, and I also got help in translating it into Chamorro also. And just the song alone, it has the English and the Chamorro version. So those who, I want to reach out to a more broad audience, like not just here on Guam, but even back there in the States, the Chamorros back there, and even anybody who wants to listen to it, you know. I believe the Chamorro language is a beautiful language, you know, and the more we practice it, the more we make it a part of our lives, the more it continues to live on, you know. Again, our language only dies if we allow it to die. It took me a while. How I learned Chamorro and how to speak the way I speak is just from being around other Chamorro speakers, or growing up, like listening to my uncles and aunties and my dad and my mom speak, and just, you know, it just takes a lot of practice, you know. I say like this, Chamorros are the best critiques when it comes to speaking the language, when we're trying to write music. And when I write mine, I reach out to my community of Chamorro speakers, and I have them proofread it. The number one thing, again, even just like the language and playing music together and writing music, is practice. That's what I can give to anybody who wants to get into it and start their own little, you know, start their thing in music, is just continue to practice every day. Buenos Anafidi. Again, my name is Eric Borja, and I am proud to be a part of the KUAM Culture Club.
Culture Club is brought to you by Tropical Ice.
KUAM Sports up next.
And the next pick in the 2022 NBA draft is Johnny Davis. Let me tell you about Johnny Davis. This kid is special with a capital S. He's an incredible shooting guard.
The toasted cheddar chalupa is back, only at Taco Bell.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together. KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
The ITF World Tennis Tour 2022 was held at the National Tennis Center in Harmon. Tennis pros from across the region competed for a shot at the $25,000 prize money.
Yeah, so we're really excited to finally be able to use our National Tennis Center that we opened in February of 2020 for this international event. We had to cancel, obviously, in 2020. Nothing was open. There was no travel. 2021, we tried to do it, but the restrictions were too strict for the ITF to allow us to do the tournament, given the opportunity for the players to come here. So yeah, we're real happy that we are able to organize it this year, and ITF had the confidence in us to let us do 4 in a row. And man, big thanks to our sponsors.
Now for some youth football highlights from the Guam National Youth Football Federation between the Raiders and Angels. In GML baseball, the Junior Nationals improved to 9-0 on the season and remain the only undefeated team in the league. The Nats picked up the win over the Pirates after 8 innings via the 10-run rule. Nolan Cruz got the win with 5 strikeouts. JV Concepcion 1 for 3 at the plate with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Ashton Satautau 1 for 3, 1 run, 2 RBIs and a double. Javen Pangilinan finished the game 2 for 5, 3 runs and 2 RBIs. The Junior Nationals lead the standings in first place. The Typhoons and Dodgers are tied for second with 6-2 records. The Tritons are 5-2 on the year. Games for Sunday, 2 in the afternoon. The Tritons will be taking on the Junior Nationals, and at 7 p.m. it's the Dodgers facing the Typhoons. Let's take a look at some footage from our men's and women's national teams competing in the FIBA Micronesian Cup played at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Now for some highlights from our men's and women's national basketball teams improving to 2-0 in the FIBA Micronesian Cup played at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G. KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Welcome back. It's that time of the newscast where we announce the latest round of the birthday shoutouts from the Coatstone Creamery Birthday Club.
Birthday shoutouts are especially cool on the weekend, so happy birthday on Saturday to Mary Jolene Regis Perez. Biba cumpleaños to my one and only granddaughter. Aw, you're exclusive and extra special. Now that you've accomplished high school, your journey is limitless. God bless you on your endeavors. Hugwaizahao from Tata B, Nana Biha, Mom, Henry, Robert, and the rest of the familia who please say enjoy your special day. And on Sunday, Keisha Lynn Mendiola Farron. Happiest birthday, Keisha, our daughter and granddaughter. We love you, Bula, and thank God for gracing us with your life. And then they put the smiley emoji at the end of that. With all the love in the world, Mom, Papa, and the familia. So, Mary and Keisha Lynn, we hope you both have amazing island weekends and amazing birthdays.
And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. We actually close out the newscast with a montage of graduates from the class of 2022. Congrats to the grads and the families from all of us here at KUAM Communications. Guahusi Isaiah, again, thank you for watching. Good night and be safe, Marianas.
Congratulations, class of 2022, presented by the University of Guam. Congratulations, class of 2022, presented by the University of Guam.